Alright, welcome everybody to another BDA film analysis. In this episode we're going to take a look at Lomachenko's offensive footwork, because we did a video last time about comparing Rigondeaux and Lomachenko's footwork, and a lot of people pointed out very astutely in the comment section that Lomachenko has the footwork to both be on the defensive and on the offensive, but how good can he be walking forward, and can he do it against Guillermo Rigondeaux? So we're going to take a look at Lomachenko's last fight, which was a very impressive display of offensive fighting, really for a guy that's used to being the boxer, or who's considered a smooth boxer. It was quite impressive that he actually put a lot of pressure on Marriaga and ended up taking him out, forcing him to quit. Now Marriaga is no joke. He went 12 rounds against Nicholas Walters, a very tough fight. He went 12 rounds with Oscar Valdez, the 2000-something Mexican Olympian who packs quite a punch, let me tell you, and who actually has very good footwork of his own. And that the interesting thing was that Marriaga was actually putting Valdez on the defensive in that fight. No such thing happened when Lomachenko fought Marriaga. It was actually Lomachenko was the one who was putting pressure on Marriaga, and I'm sure that it was Marriaga who thought Lomachenko was going to be the one going backwards. He probably thought that Lomachenko was going to try to box him, but that's not what happened, as we're going to see. And now Lomachenko's footwork, how good is it going forward? And that's what we're going to take a look at right now. Okay, so let's take a look at the footwork here. This is the second round. Let's take a look at a couple of mistakes that Lomachenko makes when he's putting pressure. Again, he's not a pressure fighter by nature. So see, he allows Marriaga to pivot away. See here, he's following Marriaga. Here again, pivots, which allows Marriaga the space to get out of the way. Here he's chasing him, throwing good punches, but again, he lets Marriaga escape. Let's look at that again. See there, he pivoted. Here he's putting on good pressure, but see what happened here? Look at that. He's putting pressure, and instead of staying there and keeping the distance, what does he do? He pivots. Look at how much space he gives Marriaga to escape after taking that left hand. I mean, Marriaga still took shots getting out of the way, but how much more of an advantage would Lomachenko have had, or how much more damage could he have done had he kept Marriaga on the ropes? Here again, let's take a couple of other mistakes. That good cutting of the ring there, but then he allows Marriaga to pivot away. Now that's not really a knock on Lomachenko, because Marriaga has good footwork. I think he's actually an Olympian as well, Marriaga. Or I know that he had a good amateur career at least, so he knows what he's doing in there. So here, again, see that from Lomachenko, boom, a little, and again a pivot which allows Marriaga the space to escape. I'm just going to illustrate. Look at how much he's throwing hooks, but look at the space here with my mouse that I'm pointing at that's available. That's just not good there, and he'll see he allows Marriaga to escape. See here another mistake here. He jabs while Marriaga is moving, so he steps in with a jab. Should have been a hook there. Now I know these are minor flaws or things that I'm pointing out, and it's easy to tell them or point them out when I'm watching it from the outside. Harder to do when the other guy's in the ring, but I'm just gonna, just minor flaws. Now the reason why I mention all these flaws is because Rigondeaux has much better footwork than Marriaga, and he's a sharper counter puncher as well. So here, see, another little pivot gets out of the way, which allows, just again, boxing is a game of inches, and if you allow, again, there he's stepping in. Just gonna play it real quick. He steps in with a jab, but he's stepping in, and he knows a guy like Marriaga is gonna pivot off the straight shot. See there, he gave him a little space, an inch. That's all he needs to escape, Marriaga does. And again, stepping in against a good pivoter. A pivot, I don't know if that's the exact term for it. Now, why am I mentioning all these little flaws? Am I being too much of a nitpicker? Well, the reason is because I spent the whole summer for the build-up for the Canelo-Golovkin fight watching Canelo and Golovkin fights, and Golovkin for me is the gold standard. That's what I found out while watching a lot of his fights. He's the gold standard in putting pressure and cutting off the ring. I don't think anybody really does it better than Golovkin. See here how he's, I know, look, there's guys like Terence Crawford who can put good pressure and know how to cut off the ring and maintain a good sense of distance. I think Crawford is an underrated pressure fighter when he wants to be. Roman Gonzalez is another good pressure fighter. Kovalev knows how to cut off the ring very well. So there's guys out there that can cut off the ring pretty well. But for me, Golovkin is the gold standard. Look at it. See how he's moving side to side, diagonally, but at the same time, look here. See, look at the line, diagonal line there. This is from a video, by the way, that we did during the summer, which was about how Golovkin is able to cut off the ring. See how he moves diagonally, predicting where Monroe is going to be. He's the one that's corralling Monroe on the ropes and onto the corner. He's the one that's dictating where Monroe is going to go, and not the other way around. And see there, corners him and throws hooks. That way, even if Monroe pivots away, he's going to eat something on the way out. They get a little tangled up there, no problem. Again, Golovkin see that. And now Lomachenko does a lot of the same things in a way. See here, Golovkin steps in, and then a little step back, just a little step back with his back foot, so he can get enough leverage on his shots. So there, he catches a left hand, Monroe slips away. Again, blocks the left hand there. But look at the pressure he's putting. Look at how he's cutting off the ring. And the distance, the sense of distance that he's able to manage. And here, look at that. Monroe was able to escape, but then look at what Golovkin does right away. Diagonal line, cutting off the ring. So now let's take a look at some of the things that Lomachenko does that are well. First of all, he might not be as good as Golovkin, but again, who is? But look at the amount of pressure that he puts. And he is cutting off the ring, by the way. See there? Saw that little move there? Just real quick. Slow motion again. Look at that. Yep. Just a little hop. Enough to cut off the ring and put that mental pressure on Marriaga. That's what did Marriaga in at the end, of course. It's the mental pressure of a guy that's always in front of you. We're going to take a look at more examples. But the problem that I have, another nitpicking here, is that Lomachenko doesn't dictate. Marriaga is the one moving forward and moving side to side, and see that? It's Lomachenko is always one step behind when it comes to cutting off the ring. He's still doing it though, so that's a plus. But it's not the optimum best cutting off the ring I've ever seen, and again, that's understandable because Lomachenko isn't by nature a pressure fighter. I don't think he's more of an in and out type of guy. But as a professional, he's starting to come into his own, and he's starting to become a complete fighter. So here he is. See that again? Look at that, all the space that's available here for Marriaga to just slip out. Yep. But then the thing is, Lomachenko doesn't stop. He's doing a good job of cutting off the ring. It's not the worst job out there. Sees in and out, playing with his right hand, taking steps back, and then throwing shots. And again, goes back to cutting off the ring. Pressure, pressure. He allows him to escape a little bit, but cuts off the ring there again. Again, here, see that? For those of you that don't really understand the concept of cutting off the ring, I understand there might be people that are new to boxing. Here, what happens is, look at all the space here, right? Look at all the space on Marriaga's left. Lomachenko knows that that's where Marriaga is going to go. Now, if Lomachenko were to step in a straight line, all Marriaga would have to do is pivot and make Lomachenko look like a fool and make Lomachenko fall into the rope. So what he does is, he does pivot, but Lomachenko knows he's not supposed to just go straight in, so he changes directions and cuts a diagonal. Well, here's a diagonal line here. See what I'm doing with my mouse? So he corrals Marriaga and traps him there on the ropes. Nice pivot there, and this time he doesn't allow Marriaga to escape. And then he's playing with the left hand, and see how he takes a little step back. I'm trying to do this quick, guys, by the way, because I don't want to do too long a video. See, Marriaga's gonna counter. Oh, Lomachenko's not there. Step back, but then he's right back to putting pressure. Again, step back. And again, he lets Marriaga. Marriaga gets out of the ropes, off the ropes, but Lomachenko is right there putting pressure. He's in his face. That's what tires a guy out. And look at Lomachenko. He's not even worried about taking the shots. He's stepping back. He's got his hands up. Well, not there at that point, but there. See there, hands up. He doesn't respect Marriaga's punches, and even if he does, he's still taking him and walking through and landing his own shots. Nobody ever did this to Marriaga before. Not Valdez, not Walters. Lomachenko made him look like an amateur in there, really, like there were levels. And here, pivots to the left, so he trapped Marriaga. Then Marriaga was able to slide off, but then right back, Lomachenko putting pressure. Now see here, he's following Marriaga, but Marriaga by this point is getting worn down, and now see, back to cutting off the ring. Doesn't let him just slide off or pivot away. And he starts to really sit down on his punches, Lomachenko, that is. Look at that. Again, playing with the right hand, as just distracting Marriaga. Marriaga tries to slide off. Lomachenko right back on his face. Is this the best cutting of the ring? Like I said, no. But it's pretty darn effective, man. Is he gonna be able to do all this against Rigondeaux? I don't think so. But the reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm asking, the question: will Lomachenko, should he try to fight this way? I think the answer is no. And listen, definitely look at this. Look at how Marriaga is Did you see that where he was just standing there and trying to slip shots? Lomachenko's not going to have the luxury to be able to do this against Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux's not just going to stand there and try to slip shots. He's going to pop him with the left hand and move. So maybe Lomachenko should put pressure, but only after he's worn Rigondeaux down, if he can wear him down. And maybe, you know, like what he did against Gary Russell Jr., which was putting pressure in a couple of instances in the fight, and then back to boxing, and then putting pressure, you know, 50-50. Vary show him a different image every time. So here again, back Lomachenko, back to putting pressure. Look at this. Not even worried about the shots coming back. And Marriaga is gun shy here because Lomachenko, again, one of the things that makes him so dangerous is that he's quick, not just with his hands but with his feet. He's able to cut the distance faster than you can expect him to. And there he's just pity-patting Marriaga in the corner, keeping him there. Look at Marriaga. Look at all the movement from Marriaga. And Lomachenko just tapping him, letting him work himself out. Every once in a while, a hard hook to the body or to the head. See again, tap, tap, tap. Oof, body shot. Again, tap, tap, tap. Ooh, body shot right there. Body shots, body shots. I mean, this is where he started to really wear poor Marriaga down. Look at that. Again, right back to his face. Marriaga sort of stumbling, panicking a little bit. Excessive movement. And Lomachenko just right on his face, doing a good job of cutting off the ring now that Marriaga is tired. Again, like I said, I didn't say that Lomachenko is doing a bad job of cutting off the ring, but there are mistakes. But who doesn't make mistakes in the ring? I mean, Lomachenko is not perfect, Golovkin is not perfect, Terence Crawford isn't perfect. Look at these shots, man. Again, I don't think he's going to be able to do this against Rigondeaux, but it does illustrate the fact that he's getting better at cutting off the ring. And there again, see how he's cutting off the ring? Cutting off the avenues of escape. So yeah, man, I mean, listen. Can Rigondeaux stand up to this type of footwork and this type of aggression? I think he can. I think that the video that we did comparing both guys' footwork illustrates that they're pretty evenly matched. Should Lomachenko go after Rigondeaux like that? Again, maybe in certain spots, but not all the time. It's going to be a great fight, guys. It's going to be a great fight to see who can nullify each other's work, their punches, you know, their footwork, their styles. It's going to maybe take a couple of rounds for them to get going and really study each other's style and get the rhythm and the speed up and the timing and then the distance and all those things. It's going to be a great fight if you go in there expecting a boxing match and not a slugfest, which, of course, how could it be a slugfest? These guys don't like to slug. So that was another BDA film analysis. Tell us what you think in the comments. Don't forget that we hold a boxing podcast, a live podcast every Saturday from 4 to 6. Sometimes it goes a little over. Sometimes we'll start at 5. We'll tell you beforehand if we do. But that's 4 p.m. Eastern time, by the way. And I enjoy it more when people come in and try to tell us what they think. Because it's much more easier than typing. You know, you type a comment and then you gotta wait 30 minutes for the person to respond, sometimes even a day or two, and it's just not, you know, listen, you guys, there were some guys in there saying that Rigondeaux is gonna walk to Lomachenko, which I don't see happening. Then so there were other people saying that Lomachenko was gonna walk through Rigondeaux, which again, I don't see happening because I think these guys are evenly matched, and that's despite the size difference. So instead of just typing there, come into the live debate podcast. That's on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. King Bucho made a video on our channel about how to join us on the live debate podcast. You know, get yourself a Google account, Google Hangouts account, and you take it from there, man. All you need is a microphone, a good microphone, either from your phone, your webcam, whatever, and you can talk to us. All right. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. You know, comment. Tell us your suggestions. Tell us what we got wrong, what we got right, and we're gonna see you on the next one. All right, folks. Take care.